All right. It's just teasing us. Teasing. Welcome to the shop. I'm Jared, and this is Wrench Every Day. Behind me is our 1971 International Harvester Johnny REV edition, as we've named it. One of about 463 special edition trucks that were made all the way back in 1971, and we are making it our own with a junkyard Corvette suspension, junkyard LS engine, courtesy of our friends at J&J Auto Wrecking. Happy to have them on board. And speaking of on board, I told you guys last episode we couldn't start it just yet because we had to sort a few more things out with a giveaway. If you're noticing my shirt, that might help clue you in on what you guys are going to potentially be able to win for free. You just have to follow us both on Instagram. We'll get a little more detail here in a second. Let's get you up to speed on what we're doing today. We have our LS in and wired. Everything that we need to start this thing. We have the critical oil, the engine oil, no other fluids just yet because we actually have to pull everything out one more time so we can finish boxing in the frame and welding it, but we want to hear it run before we do all that, just in case. There's always a chance with used engines that they have a problem. I don't think that's the case, but let's make sure. We will put a battery in. We've got 3 more wires to connect inside so we can actually just turn the key, unlike Earl, where we had that giant jumble of wiring. We're going to actually start this using its key. So we're going to connect those 3 wires, pull out our really cool new tool that we got from HP Tuners, start getting the ECU programmed and set up, and then hear this thing come to life. Let's get going. All the time, baby. Hey, we're ready to actually send some power through the car. I don't look as good wearing this as Mr. Former Bachelor. I wanted to give it a try, see if shots look good for you. Some people said you'd kind of like that point of view camera. Again, I'm not a Former Bachelor contendant, but that's okay. It works. What we've got, a battery in. We have the jump box or the booster box sending power to it just to make sure we have a full charge. Everything's connected to the key switch inside, so what we are going to do is key cycle on, check for fuel leaks. Hopefully we don't have fuel leaks. If we don't have fuel leaks, we're going to check the starting circuit, make sure the engine will turn over, and then we get to hook up the laptop with HP Tuners, make our final adjustments, and maybe bring this thing to life. So, key on. I hear a fuel pump. We had relay click. Okay. Nothing is catastrophically blowing out, but it primes. So we have to key cycle it a few times. Let's do that. Okay. Did you guys see any fuel spray? Oh, yeah. We have got a fuel spray right here. Right there. Darn it. good job. Let's try a little more tightening. Go. Let's get it pressurized again. Okay. And dry so far. Okay, just had to run that clamp way down, and I'm going to put a fan on to evaporate that gas, so when we try to bump the key and test the cranking, we don't blow the car up. So let's dry it off. All right, fuel is now dry. Let's see. Does the starter work? Yes, and she really wants to run. That was quick. Let me take a look for leaks, because it wasn't supposed to run yet, but it kind of wants to, so I say we let it. I don't see any new fluid on the ground. All right. Maybe it doesn't want to run just yet. We're gonna have to tune it. That's always good news. You hear the throttle working. All right. It's just teasing us. Teasing. So we will set up and pull out the HP tuners, and let's get connected to that computer. So we've been talking about the giveaway that we're doing with HP tuners, and let me tell you what you guys have a chance to win for basically no effort at all. Well, a small amount of effort. You're going to be able to win an HP tuners MPVI2 Pro with 2 flashing credits. That's a $650 value. And let me put the phone on silent. It has tons of great features, and even though you may think they are only GMLS like they used to be several years ago, they have expanded to include thousands of cars. Toyota, there's some German cars, Audi, they have just about every domestic covered. It is amazing how much they've been adding to the catalog of what you're able to flash and tune now with their device. Best thing, go to their website and see. Now, how can you win? This might be one of the easiest contests for you. All you need to do is make sure you're following Wrench Every Day on Instagram, follow HP Tuners on Instagram, and they're gonna make a post right after this video goes live, and all you need to do is comment on that post. 7 days later, they're gonna randomly pick one of you. It could be anyone in the world. That's the best part. It's not restricted at all, aside for HP Tuner employees, which they can probably get the device anyway, and the 3 of us that work on Wrench and our wives. So 6 people on our side, HP Tuners, everybody else. All you gotta do is follow 2 people on Instagram and make a comment, and this can be yours. And we're gonna get to fire this up and work through. We are going to make sure the security features are deleted on the ECU, because obviously we don't have any security features. And we're gonna set up the segment swap, which is the section of the map that controls the transmission. And we're gonna go through and just check a couple other things, make sure it is ready to go so we can get a full start instead of that quick short start. So let's get this unboxed, plugged in, and start going through the software. So with the HP Tuners MPVI2, it's not just the ECU rewriting and custom tuning that you're able to do, it is an amazing scan tool as well. This is the dongle that'll plug in that I believe you can also connect via Bluetooth and do some tuning work that way. If you have the Pro version, which is what you can win, these are set up so you can have additional analog inputs if you wanted to add some of your own gauges that you're not able to use through the factory computer and reprogramming. And then this is the cable to connect via the ECU if you want to run direct. You get all of your software and I believe the manual on this, which you can also get all online. Oh, we also get a little lanyard here, I believe. Nope, that is for keys. I thought it may be looped onto there. That's why I work on cars and don't do unboxing videos. So we got that. We will plug into our OBD2 port. That 71. Hey, look at that. I got the power at least wired correctly. Now we will plug into the laptop. Key the truck on. Let us open up VCM editor. One of the other really cool features of the HP tuners is the diagnostic feature. It comes out and behaves like a full grade, couple $1,000 scan tool with a lot of OEM functions. It's not the same for every single car. Their website gives you what works where, but a lot of it is some of the custom ECU stuff where you can control how long certain functions happen or does not happen that you need a scan tool to set. It gives you all the diagnostics and you're able to control fans and run a lot of the factory tests. So not only is it a great tuning tool, it's an awesome diagnostic tool. And we are going to write calibration. We have a battery charger on. I recommend you always have a battery charger when you are writing. Otherwise, you run a high probability of running out of juice and corrupting an ECU, and it becomes a problem trying to uncorrupt it. All right, so let's power cycle the computer. Try to start it. There we go. There we go. Hey, it works. How about that? There's nothing better than just absolute rowdy, straight exhaust headers dumping on the ground, but I'm pretty sure that detracts from its everyday functionality and usability. Yeah, it's something about the incredibly loud, booming exhaust and exhaust fumes and everything I'd be blowing into your face. It's not every day you get to hook up that laptop to do the final startup preparation and startup on a 1971 International, but that's the way I like it because I'm not very good with carburetors. Much prefer a laptop. So we've got our running LS, we've got brake switch in, we've got so much more done, but I've actually got to run down to Florida to help Tavarish with a bunch of the projects down there. We're gonna hit one or two small wrench projects while I'm there as well. So we'll see Johnny Rev in a couple weeks when I'm back up to Georgia, and we're gonna visit the guys at site GRC again, where we're going to pull everything out, put the shock mounts in, fill in the hole where I cut out for the exhaust manifold over here, get that all patched up. Well, let's see, there's not enough light. I didn't bring the light. Sorry, Dwayne, but we're gonna get that patched up. We are going to put a coat of paint on the frame, and then we can actually bolt the front sheet metal in for real, so it quits sounding like a rod knock whenever we're running the truck. We're going to patch in the firewall, and then there's even more fab work. We got the trans mount, drive shaft, And then we got our first drive. I'm really excited. Truck's running great. Once we're driving it, we're going to get to come back and strap it on that thing there. Do some dyno tuning and see how much power we've gotten by converting to the junkyard truck motor. I imagine a good bit. It'll be fun. Another big thanks to HP Tuners for sending out an MPVI2 Pro for us and for giving one away to one of you guys. Again, all you need to do, it is probably one of the easiest giveaways for you to get your own tuning device. All you need to do, follow Wrench Everyday Instagram, follow HP Tuners Instagram. When they post promoting this episode, all you've got to do is comment. You have 7 days from when this episode goes live. After 7 days, HP Tuners will pick one of you guys for your own MPVI2 Pro with 2 tuning credits, so you can get started on your own vehicle. Check out their list. There's a huge catalog of what they're able to support now. So big thanks to HP Tuners for supporting us. Another big thank you to the J&J Auto Wrecking guys, sending us out all the parts and just sending us a ton of headers and helping us try to sort through that mess, because that was a big one. So make sure you guys are also following them and supporting them. And that's going to wrap it up for a little bit shorter of an episode. A lot of little wiring, computer work, a little bit of tech, and a first fire up of the JOHNNIE REV. That's a great way to end it and get down to Florida to help Tavarish. Although I got good news from him that AC should be installed by the time I'm down there, which is going to make a Florida trip a lot nicer. I'm Jared, reminding you to always make questionable choices and call a friend or family member today. They might appreciate the call. We'll see ya.